Hi, I'm Stacey Welch, Plainfield resident and the owner of Livay Sweet Shop Plainfield in the Downtown Business District, 104B Watchung Avenue. The Livay name is actually a mixture of my father's first name, which is Linwood, and my mother's middle name, which is Livay. For 16 years, I was in the beauty industry, and I owned a nail salon. So that was actually my first career. The bakery industry is my second. Actually, I started out with just making party favors and doing like the style of chocolate lollipops. I've been pushed into the cake business by the customers. People constantly coming in, asking for cakes, bringing in pictures. And at first I was like, no, I don't know how to do it. No, I have no experience. And then I realized I was turning down money. I realized that this was an opportunity and this was a space in the industry that needed to be filled. So I closed for a week and went home and made every cake there was to make, and I just kept trying. I refused to fail. I am a mom. I'm a divorced mom of 2. So not only am I an entrepreneur, but I'm a mom first. And who I am is an example of what I want them to strive to be better than and more of. My role model was my grandfather. He actually had his own business, L&S Produce. And I saw Granddad, working 7 days a week, coming home, taking a nap, getting back on the truck. And at the time, I didn't realize what it was, but I was so inspired by his drive. And I can remember telling him, I think at about the age 12, like, Grandpa, I'm gonna have my own business. And at the time, it was the, aspirations to own a salon, which I did that. And it was always just a drive to do more. My grandfather always believed in being early. Early was on time. If he had a pickup at 12 noon, he was there, parked and ready at 11. That is the one thing that I try to always remember day to day. Like if I take someone's order, that becomes my commitment. I have to be ready. I have to be early is being on time. When I really realized that I was onto something with the cake industry was my mother. My mother had her birthday, and I had made her a cake that was a theme of sewing. And it was something my mother did when I was little. I haven't seen her sew in years, but she had, and I believe still has to this day, her grandmother's sewing machine, who she sat under and watched to learn to sew. So the cake had like little spools of thread and scissors and a tape measure, and she was just like so happy. So we're at the restaurant, and she sat on the table, and she shed the one little tear like, oh, I love it. And when the waiter came, he brought us plates, and he brought a knife for us to cut the cake, and she very kindly got the box and said, y'all better order dessert. This cake is coming home with me. When I tell you my mother kept that cake for over 2 weeks, anybody who came by the house, she took it to the refrigerator and was like, look at it. I finally had to just put a knife in it, like, we're cutting the cake. So it wasn't until then that I realized just how precious the storytelling of cakes are. A custom cake has now become a process of storytelling. When a child graduates and you're talking about where they're going, like if it's their goal to become a lawyer, and you're doing this cake, and it's like, okay, they've been accepted, and you may have the gavel and this and that and stuff. And then, you may decide, okay, we're going to hold off and do all this when they actually graduate from law school. But it's the story of what's coming. The same thing goes with the baby shower. You introduce, at that time, sometimes, the baby isn't even here yet, but you have all these little pink things that you're going to have, and little onesies and the rattles, and it's part of what's next. It's part of celebrating what's going on in that person's life. I am honored to be a part of people's celebrations. In the cake industry, I am part weddings, baby showers, birthday parties, graduations, anniversaries. Those are times that people rejoice. There are times when they all come together. And I'm there too. If my cake is there, that means I'm there. And that's what I actually love about it. At Livay Sweet Shop, we provide the true dessert experience. Day to day, we always have 16 different flavors of cupcakes available, cake pops, mini cupcakes, and also cakes. But when you're having a large event or a small event, but you want to wow for dessert, we also can come out. We do what we consider a full installation, which consists of us actually setting up a table, linen, stationery, and then all the desserts. Cake pops, custom cookies, chocolate dipped strawberries, anything from eating right there or either your guests packing a treat to take with them. Custom cakes are an art project. I've been blessed to have some really great recipes. So making a cake that tastes good was part of the easy part for me. Learning to decorate and elevate and design has been my challenge. So it was giving each opportunity to create something new was just something I would literally, sometimes a cake can take me as much as a week and a half just in studying, where I'm putting together size, where I'm putting together color, where I'm creating the theme. It's a process. It's a process. But I love it. I love the research, understanding exactly what you want as a finished product. The bakery business, it's known to have early hours. So for me, I start at 3:30 a.m. When I first get up in the morning, you start with your basics, but then I go into managing the social media side of the company, as well as just emails and updating websites, checking on invoices. So literally before I actually leave the house, I've probably already put in what could be 2 to 3 hours of work. Then come in, and it depends if my day has to start with shopping and picking up supplies or just really early morning baking. They both tend to fall hand in hand. For me, it is 7 days a week, and it varies. So it can go as late sometimes as 9, 10 o'clock at night. I typically try to cut it off in that 7 o'clock hour, but that's not always. I am literally born and raised here in the city of Plainfield, and coming back here and opening up Livay Sweet Shop, I've learned a lot about my city. I've learned a lot about how it's changed over the years. The city has taught me, one, to be extremely strong, not to expect anything, but set goals that are just high and above. Not to allow what is maybe to my left and my right to determine what it is I do at present. It is truly to me a blessing to be right here in the city of Plainfield. I saw a man walk past my window in December, and he had a blanket around his shoulders, and it moved me. It hurt me to think, what if I did like a coat drive? I know my son has a coat he can't wear right now, and there's nothing wrong with it. He just outgrew the coat. So it puts me down the concept of hosting one coat drive. In that time, doing the research, and I found out that socks were the #1 requested item in shelters. So we hosted a sock drive where we collected 1,800 pairs of socks. Then I found out that women in shelters and homeless women actually don't have resources for sanitary items like sanitary napkins and tampons. So then we did a collection of those, and we collected over 1,300 packs. And we're giving these things to shelters, soup kitchens, and food pantries. The project I'm working on now is going to be our cereal bowls. The goal there is just to collect boxes of cereal, hot cereal, cold cereal, oatmeal grits, traditional, cornflake type cereals, to put into the food pantries and the soup kitchens. I'm not only going to be working right here in the city of Plainfield, but we actually have taken on a soup kitchen in the city of Edison as well. So I'm saying all this to say that even here in the food business, on a weekly basis, we give away the leftover cupcakes to the soup kitchen because it's about giving back. Just sitting here and taking is a small part. I am in the gourmet food business, and it touches me to know that there are people who don't have anything to eat. There are people that are living on the street. So we can all do something to give back, and I've been actually floored by what I see others doing as far as coming here and donating and giving because they also want to be a part of it.
So this is what we're attempting to do, and Stacey has started a drive for these grooming products that will help us to no end.
Our Livay Sweet Shop is donating some things that also came in after our last event.
So we have money for the food, but we don't have money for the extras. So we try to accumulate all this stuff during the year, but it takes a long time to get as much stuff as we need. And they are deodorant and shampoo, mouthwash, toothpaste, wipes, and things of that nature.
I'm working now on Your Cupcake Lady Cares, and follow me on that. I need the support of you guys to make these events big and bigger. I actually have 3 more scheduled for this year. So we're going to show that working together we can make a difference. LivaySweetShop.com is our website. On the website, you're going to find, I believe at this point, we're probably about 1,900 different pictures from all of our personal work. So you're talking about cakes, cupcakes, cookies, cake pops, and actually dessert tables. It's very easy to navigate. You'll find a picture of both actual locations. You'll find the hours, the email address so that you can contact us. You can also put inquiries for custom events. And from there, then you can also find us from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. We have a traditional old school phone, which I know a lot of people don't use it anymore. But so you can always call the bakery direct. You can text us, the number's available on the website. You can email us. You can inbox us on Facebook. You can leave a message on our Instagram page. We're here. Like you can just reach us. The rewarding part is that I truly do something that I like. I'm not here shuffling papers for someone else. When I finish a cake, I take pride in it. I enjoy actually achieving something that sometimes when I first step out, I don't even know what it is myself, or either I'm not even sure how I'm going to finish it. So I love this sense of accomplishment. You just make it work. Honestly, I didn't have, and let me be clear on this, I have yet to ever write a business plan. I believe that you plan not to fail, and you take advantage of opportunities as they come. I did not plan for Livay Sweet Shop Watchung. It happened literally overnight. I prayed about it, and I asked God to bless it, and we are looking at coming on our 2nd anniversary. So you just make it work. You make the sacrifices. People don't realize how much time they waste doing nothing. You take that time and put it towards what you want, in time it'll bloom.